Hello there, welcome to a new video. This is going to be my pickups for the month of September 2024, my birth month. Usually I sometimes go all out for my birthday. This year I tried not to. I mean, I did get some pretty decent stuff. Also got something really expensive that I needed. But other than that, nothing like too out there, at least in my opinion. Got pretty good stack of games, which you'll see very soon that I was going for a theme. So I got some limited run games as well, which is always nice. So yeah, with that said, let's get started, shall we? First up, I got a couple books. I got a couple Amazon gift cards for my birthday from a couple friends. So I decided to buy these and a couple movies. I know technically these are kids' books, technically, and they're no longer canon, but just the overall idea of these books makes me very happy, because I think it's cool that something like this exists. And they are the Jedi Path and Book of the Sith. They have several books like these in the Star Wars universe for different things. Obviously, this is for Jedi, this is for Sith. They have one for smugglers, bounty hunters, Imperials, rebels, and it just, I don't know, they sound very unique and interesting to me. So, but yeah, I'm glad to pick these up. Movies. First up, Ted and Ted 2. I got this from my dad for my birthday. I love these films. They are very funny, very hilarious. They are two of my favorite comedy films in the last few years, honestly, which is pretty sad when you think about it. But these are great films, very funny. I enjoyed them a lot. Still need to watch the TV show at some point, but movies are very good. Next, Watchmen, Chapter 1, the animated version of the graphic novel. Heard it was, but I haven't watched it myself yet, so I don't know if it's par for the course when it comes to DC animation. I don't know yet. I haven't watched it, but I enjoyed the live action film a lot, and I've read the book multiple times. So I don't know. Hopefully, this one is decent enough. Time will tell. Next, I like this horror franchise, but it's not like my favorite. I do like it though, and I decided it was time to finally complete it. I have 5 and 6, so I finally picked up 1 through 3. Scream. This is the 3-movie collection, and Scream 4. So I finally picked these 2 up. Get them off the list. Next, The First Omen. I've heard it's actually pretty good, surprisingly, because it's a horror prequel, and most horror prequels tend to not be very good. They answer questions that aren't wanting answered. But surprisingly, I guess this is good. So I'll watch it at some point. Next, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. I heard this was also pretty good. It is the start of a new trilogy, which is good. I still need to watch the other one, the ending 3rd movie of this latest Apes trilogy. But other than that, I heard it was, it's a good start for this is good for it being a new beginning of a new trilogy. It's a good launching off point, basically, is what I've heard. So, next, I picked up Poltergeist on 4K. I have never seen Poltergeist. Yes, you can take my horror card if you need to. I've never seen it. But I finally decided to pick this up and right that wrong. And it was also super cheap. It was $12 on Amazon. So Next, this is a movie I've been wanting to watch for a while. I've seen bits and pieces of it online and on like YouTube and things of that nature, but I finally picked it up, and that is Inglorious Bastards. So, looking forward to watching that at some point in time. Next, it's only I finally watched this movie for the first time last month, preparing for the sequel, which came out this month. And I went and saw the sequel. Saw it while I was on vacation. I enjoyed it. I think I enjoyed it more than most people, considering that, again, I only saw the first movie last month. So, but yeah, after I saw the sequel, I came home and was trying to find a copy of this online. Found a copy of it on eBay. Ordered it. No problem. Got it. And then, of course, is Beetlejuice. This is the 4K steelbook. It's in this protector because I don't know about anybody out there who collects steelbooks, but this was brand new when I got it. No problem. However, for some reason, it does not want to stay closed. I don't know why. From what I can tell, the plastic bits are not broken. Nothing's broken, but it just does not want to stay closed. No idea why. So I'm keeping it in this protector that it came in, just so so I have more peace of mind, I guess. But yeah, Beetlejuice was a good movie. I enjoyed it, and I enjoyed the sequel. So next, Kingsglaive, Final Fantasy 15. Have not watched it, but I heard it was actually a pretty okay film leading up to. I can't remember if it's. Yeah, I think it's. Yeah, that's a prequel to the game. I couldn't remember at first if it was a prequel or a sequel. But yeah, I've heard it's a pretty decent prequel to the game, so that's good. I actually haven't watched it yet. So, Final Fantasy 15 I enjoyed, but it's not, for me, it's not up there as some of the greatest Final Fantasy games ever. It's not like 6, which is my favorite, 9, 10, I like 10, but I'm not like tired of it. But 15 is still decent enough, in my opinion. But yeah. Next, Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within. I don't remember if this has to do with any of the games or if it's just its own story. I can't remember. All I know is that I do remember watching a Pro Jared's video talking about the two films at the time, this and Advent Children. So, I can't remember. But yeah. And then finally, the last film I got this month was The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare. I have no idea. All I know is that it basically looks like a World War II version of The Expendables, or of something of that nature, basically. So, I don't know. Those two things sound awesome when put together. Plus, I do like a lot of the actors who are in this film, so why not? Now on to regular games. And like I said before, I did a bit of a theme this month, so enjoy that, I guess. First up, for PlayStation, I picked up Blade. I remember playing this a lot when I was a kid, and I was just missing it, so I'm like, you know what, I'm not sure if I can find a copy of it. And I did. It was a little too expensive for my blood. Not super expensive, but it was, do I really want to pay $60 for this? Not really, but fuck, it's only one that's coming up on eBay, so I guess that's what I'm paying. But I remember liking this game a lot, especially if you enjoyed the movie. This is like pre-Devil May Cry, basically, but with vampires, so. Next, picked up Beast Wars Transformers. This is a game I also had when I was a kid, and I loved it. Beast Wars was my Transformers growing up, as many people, or as many kids of the 90s. So yeah, I'm glad I had this. I really did enjoy that game playing. I really did enjoy playing that game as a kid, so Then finally for PS1 here, I'm rewatching the anime, and I'm on season 3. I'm on the last episode of season 3, and I was talking to a buddy of mine, Dale, who has this game. And I said, yeah, since I'm rewatching the anime, I'm kind of debating getting a couple of the games again, just to, nostalgic. And I said, I've never played this game. Do you have it? And he does, and we were talking about it. And I said, yeah, if I can find it, a complete copy, decent shape, I might pick it up. Why not? Well, lo and behold, I found a copy of it, but it took me forever to find a decent in shape copy of this game. I don't know why. It would either be complete, but then the case would be like basically destroyed. Scuffs, scratch, cracks everywhere. And like, no, I'm just sure I can find one that's decent shape. Finally, I found it, and I don't know why it took me forever. So I don't know. But Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories. I never played this one as a kid when I was into Yu-Gi-Oh! I played Duels to the Roses a lot, and I played not all of them, but I played a good portion of the handheld games. So, but yeah, glad to have that. Next, got a couple of PS3 games here. First up, Dragon Age Origins Ultimate Edition. Love this game, a lot of fun. Not my favorite Dragon Age game, but it's fun. And I never played the expansions, so I wanted to pick this up and go through those at some point. So next, The Lord of the Rings, Aragorn's Quest. I don't know, it's some like combination game that you're playing as Aragorn. I think you play as Aragorn through the certain points of the main trilogy, I think. But I don't know. Again, it was also very cheap, so. And then finally, for PS3, Lego Lord of the Rings. Again, I like the Lego games. Yes, I know they're for kids, but they can be very fun. And this is no exception, so. Next, some PS4 stuff. First up, Tales of Berseria. Love the Tales games. I heard this one was pretty good, so I'm looking forward to playing it at some point in time. Next, which I realize I still have wrapped. I haven't even opened this one yet. But Crisis Trilogy. Love the Crisis games. They're a lot of fun. They are very pretty, and I recommend them a lot. This is on basically everything at this point. PC, Switch, Xbox, PS4. Play them. They're a lot of fun. And then finally for PS4, I picked up Space Hulk Deathwing Enhanced Edition. I believe this is tied into Warhammer 40k. I believe. Don't quote me. But it was $13 on Amazon. So I'm like, yeah, why not? I'll grab that and give it a shot. So. And finally, not finally, but next would be PS5 games. First up, Astrobot. I have not played this yet. I know, shocking. I finally finished Outlaws today, so I'm looking forward to playing this at some point. I'm taking a bit of a break from PlayStation, so take a little break. But I know it's good. So next, Werewolf: The Apocalypse, Earthblood. This was announced. I know it got pretty negative reviews, but I always thought it looked interesting enough. So I finally found a copy of it on eBay, so I picked it up. And the last PS5 game I got here, I finally also picked up Strangers of Paradise, Final Fantasy Origin. Heard very mixed things on it, but when I played the demo a long time ago, I enjoyed it, so I finally picked it up. And finally, the last two games I got here are PS2. So as you can tell, PlayStation theme month. I don't know why, that's just what I went with. But yeah, for PS2, first up I picked up Lara Croft, Tomb Raider, Angel of Darkness. Never played it. Heard it's terrible, but I need it for the collection. And then finally, for PS2, I picked up Star Ocean Till the End of Time. Haven't played it. The only Star Ocean game I've played is the first one on PSP. So I'm kind of taking my time with this franchise. So, yeah. It was nice to at least cross it off the list, at least. So. And then on to some limited run games. First up for the Switch, I finally got my copy of Contra Operation Galuga, which I believe this is like a remake of the first game. I think it's been forever since it was announced, so I can't remember exactly what this is. If this is a brand new game or if it's an actual remake, I don't remember, but it probably should have. Koromon, which is basically a Pokemon light game. It's Pokemon, basically, but I don't know. It looked and sounded, it looked interesting, so. And I was like, not stupid, but Pokemon light games. I don't know. I'm always intrigued by them, so. Next, Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon Classic Edition. This is a great game. I'm glad this got like an update or a version for Xbox One / Series X, so I like that game a lot. A lot of fun. Next, PS5, Nightmare Reaper, basically a retro-inspired first-person shooter. Looked very gnarly. Looked very fun, so. And then finally, last game and last limited run game that I got this month. Street Lights on PS5. Didn't know much about it. LRG had it up. I looked at gameplay. Thought it looked fun, so I ordered it. And then finally, the last thing I got this month, the expensive thing that I got this month, was I finally got an SSD for my PS5. And I didn't get any, 1 terabyte or 2 terabytes, SSD, because the way I look at it, I'm going to buy an SSD. I want to make sure I have as much storage as possible, so that way I don't have to buy something again down the line. So I picked up Western Digital's new 8 terabyte SSD. This is not the PlayStation branded one, this is just the regular version. It was cheaper. But yeah, I'm going to pop this in my PS5 probably tomorrow, but yeah. I finally have an SSD for my PS5, so I'm happy. But yeah, with that said, hope you guys enjoyed this video. A lot of decent pickups. So yeah, I will see you in the future with more videos.